Hello, and I am your host, Perdomus. Welcome. Give me 1 second. How could I forget to turn on my damn lights? Yikes. There you go. There it is. Boy, do I have a guest for you today, everyone. Do I have a guest for you? Oh, wait. I got some more people coming in the chat. Venom Tufo, hello, Dimelo. All right. Now, for those of you who may already know who is the guest, please hold on to it. Do not spoil it for everyone else. I'd really appreciate it. Okay. Now, this guy, yes, it's a guy. It's Cock Talk. First episode would make sense, right? Okay, so this guy is someone who I know very well. Okay. Like a brother to me. Closest thing I've got to a brother. All right. He is very familiar with podcasts, how they work. One of the most knowledgeable people I know in podcasts, in the podcasting world. Okay. And no, it's not Nick Merckx. I know a lot of you were thinking maybe Nick Merckx because, you know, I look like him and, you know, I see a lot of the comparisons and all of that, but it's not Nick Merckx. So I'm sorry to burst your bubble there. Okay, let me actually put up some music a little bit right here. Sorry, I'm getting used to this. Okay, but I have started every journey in life with this person. Every journey in life, including my life, for the most part. About 6 months apart. But hey, I did start with him. We've gone through elementary, middle school, high school, college. It only makes sense that I start my podcast journey with this man. So without further ado, let me bring on the one, the only, Mr. Joel Lopez. Welcome. Welcome, Joel.
How's everybody doing today? You know, let me just say one thing. It's a great privilege and it's a great honor to be the first featured guest on Cock Talk. You know, I consider myself an industry insider on podcasts, and I mean, I'm selected. It has nothing to do with blood. It has nothing to do with family. It's the industry insider in me, and yeah, just an honor.
All right, you know what? I appreciate that, Joel. Now, I understand. You know, look at this guy. This guy came dressed up for the fucking occasion here. By the way, swearing is allowed on this podcast without, you know, those few words that we're allowed to say. So, that we're not allowed to say. Yeah, exactly. So I noticed you threw up a 2-4 there, Joel, right in the beginning. So you want to... It kind of looks like a 4-2 on camera, just letting you know. But I know what you mean. Yeah, there you go. Attaboy. Yeah, so what do you want to go ahead and tell us what's that 2-4 about? Just let us know.
I mean, it's what we represent. You know, 2-4. That's how it be. That's how it is. And I don't think it needs any other further explanation, you know?
Okay. 2-4. That sounds good.
Represent. Highly up.
All right, so let's go ahead and let's get into this podcast, right? This is the first ever episode of Cock Talk, the Cock Talk podcast. I hope everyone in the chat and everyone viewing, I would like to say we have already broken a record here on the PerdomusTV channel. Okay, we are getting people who are following. Venom Tufo has followed. Flimsy Tufo has followed. Damn, everybody with the Tufos, huh? El Aguila with the subscription, the Prime sub. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Now, I'm sorry, I probably will not be reading out the remainder of these follows and these subs, so I do apologize for that. Okay. This is a podcast. We're going to go ahead and we are going to continue as a podcast. Okay. So, Joel, why don't you just go ahead and give us a little introduction about yourself? I want you to explain to the viewers, which I'm sure most of them know who you are, but I want them to know our relationship, a little bit about yourself. You know, go on as much as you like. I'm not going to stop you. You've listened to me long enough. And then after that, we're going to go ahead and we'll ask you some questions, some normal, serious questions just to get to know you even better, and then we're gonna get to cock talk. All right.
Gotcha.
So the floor is yours.
I'll keep it short and simple. My name, Joel Lopez, podcast industry insider. My relationship with PerdomusTV goes long, and as far as I can remember, I think when we first were born, I think was when we first met. I think so. Yeah, about 24 years. We've stuck it together through thick and thin, and there's sure been some thick or some thin, depending on it. And
yeah, I'm pretty thick.
Oh yeah, thick boy.
Yeah.
And yeah, no. I mean, I love you like a brother, and that's the way it is. Sometimes more than my own brother. So,
Okay, hey, flimsy 24, don't get offended. All right, there. All right.
Yeah, and I think we can leave it at that. Strong relationship we got going on.
Sounds good. I mean, hey, 25 years strong. I mean, I'm 25. You're about to be 25. It's a long relationship there. No tears in the chat, please. No tears in the chat. All right. So let's go ahead and let's just start some of these questions. I mean, I'm here for a good time, right? I'm here for a long time. If you guys want, if the conversation flows, I'm about it. If we feel like the conversation is dying, well, YouTube, here we come. So here comes the questions. Are you ready, Joel?
Hit me.
Like I said, these are going to be some serious questions at first. All right. All right. So first question. I want to know, what is your take on what do you think it's the most common reason for people failing or giving up? It's a good one, right? You dress for the occasion. This is an interview, my man.
I like it. The hardball. You know what? This guy's a hard-nosed hitting reporter right here. Why do people give up? That's a great question. I think it has a lot to do with insecurity.
Okay.
And when people don't feel confident in themselves, it reflects on their behavior and on their outlook of the world. And so, I think when your back's up against the wall and you don't have that confidence, chances are you're going to be more likely to give up when your back's against the wall.
That's a damn good answer. I'm not gonna lie to you, Joel. Holy shit!
Straight business.
My cousin came to fucking play today, huh? How about that one? Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Don't worry, we got plenty more questions. So, you for a good portion of my life, you've been a pretty reserved person. Right. I mean, I've always been mostly the person who talks a lot, is outgoing. And, let me open this up a little bit because it's a little hot in here. So, I'd like to know, maybe whatever you feel comfortable sharing, like what hurdles in life have you personally had to face? Anything that made you, just something in your life that really impacted you that you felt that you had to get over.
That I had to get over. Man, I really wish you had pre-screened these questions. Now I'm thinking about it. It's a missed opportunity there, boys. Oh man.
Before you continue, give you a little time. I can't ignore the chat, but the chat it wants you to stand up. It wants you, it's up to you. I have no idea why they're asking, but they continue to ask.
I mean, okay. Let's see. What can I get here? You know what? Let's do that. Okay. All right.
The man came dressed for the occasion. I mean, come on. This guy. Guys, come on. You can't expect them. I mean, come on, man. Come on. Oh, sexy legs on the screen right there.
All right. Gave the people what they wanted.
Appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yeah. Okay, so continue with your answer. I'm sorry about that. I couldn't ignore the chat there. So just go ahead. Let me know what you think, or what's the most personal thing that you've had to go through, if you mind sharing, of course. And if how did you get through it, and what advice would you give to those people? It could be something as simple as just, class or something. I don't know.
That's actually where I was heading. First thing I think of, man, financial accounting 2. Oof. A doozy of a class. Let me just tell you something. A doozy of a class. I had to take it twice.
Mhm.
And second time around, let me tell you something about FIU accounting. If you don't pass the second time, you're out. You're out. Major in accounting. So I was nonetheless shitting bricks. And pretty big hurdle. Lots of night studying. And luckily I overcame it. As you can see, bachelor's in accounting.
Mhm.
And right here, FIU, pause up. And yeah, pretty big hurdle for me. And it was definitely tough passing the financial accounting 2. Financial accounting 1 so much. Not as bad of a class. Deals more with the assets. Financial accounting 2 deals with the stockholders' equity and liabilities. Tough class. Tough class.
Okay. And honestly, I mean, out of you could, I guess, direct this towards anybody dealing with school issues or school, struggles. So how did you do it? How were you able to get through that?
Yeah, missed that part of the question.
It's
So
okay.
I would say cut out any distractions in your life and focus on the things that are going to make you productive and the things that are going to make you a lot of money in the future, and the things that you the things that you enjoy doing but that have value when it comes to your life. When you can put your nose down and focus on just a couple of things, you tend to be a lot more successful in those specific things.
Okay. Yeah. This guy, man, he didn't want to screen the questions, and let me tell you, he's knocking it out of the ballpark. All right. So, Joel, do you mind sharing with us what it is that you do for a living, and honestly, do you enjoy it?
I'm an accountant. It's okay.
What was up with the pause there?
I mean, it's accounting, Not bad. I like numbers.
Okay. So now this is the follow-up question to that. If you had to choose another profession than your own that you would have liked to attempt or have to go after instead, what is that drive that you have or had?
All right. So I've always said, if I can make money off of being a marine biologist, I would take it instantly.
A marine biologist? Really?
Yeah. Yeah. I find the ocean so fascinating and all the creatures in the ocean. Have you ever seen a manta ray?
No.
Hello? Man,
No.
Those things are fucking crazy. Crazy. Those things
I'm
are
scared of the deep ocean, so that's not me.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I mean,
Let me tell you a little story. Let me tell you a little story about Javier Perdomo.
Are you gonna tell me the sand thing? Because I was about to say that.
The sand thing?
No, okay, continue. You can go ahead.
This dude, man, we went on a cruise. We went on a cruise one time, man. And he was on a jet ski with my brother. And
my first time. Just like to say.
Was it your first time on a jet ski?
My first time on a jet ski, yes.
Okay. Well, he was on a jet ski with my brother, and the entire time my brother's driving, he's hitting like 70 on this jet ski in the Caribbean, having the blast. You got the freaking water spraying in your face and all this crap. You got the feeling of the fucking jet ski. Oh shit. Super fun. And my brother's going like 70, and this dude Perdomus is hanging on for dear life, like a girl, hanging on around his waist, just like praying for dear God. And he's just like, dude, slow down, bro. What the hell are you doing? Just slow down. And then afterwards, they switched places and they let Perdomus drive. Let me tell you how that went. Freaking would go only up to like 40 miles an hour. And whenever he had to turn anywhere, it was just like he would crank it. Whenever he had to turn, just let go. Just let go. Let it hang there. And then when you've reached the complete stop, turn the jet ski and just let it slowly turn before he would freaking go and accelerate again. Because he was too scared of falling off the damn jet ski.
This is a very true story, ladies and gentlemen. Very true story. Yeah. I'd like to say that I have gotten much better And there are people in the chat that can testify to that. They've seen me on a jet ski since then. You have not, but they have. And my turns are not so simple anymore, okay? I just like to put that out there. Now, I did see someone in the chat. I believe it was Gianni Delia. I hope I said that right, Gianni. Okay. She did want to know the sand story. The reason why I brought up the sand story is I thought that's what he was going to talk about when it came down to the beach. I didn't like, the deep water. I didn't like going to the beach and having my feet touch the sand for a very long time. I would always wear socks and shoes.
Socks and sandals.
Yeah. Socks and sandals. Yeah.
I mean, you brought me onto this podcast to give hot takes. If you wear socks at the beach, you're a fucking lunatic.
I mean, I wear socks to the beach, but once I get there, I take them off. How's that sound?
Socks do not go within a 3-mile radius of any beach in the entire world.
Okay, I guess. Hey, that's a hot take, right? It's a hot take. Hot take.
And socks at the beach, that's a no-go.
All right. Sorry. Okay, that's fine. All right, so let's go ahead and go on to
the question.
You said marine biology. It was the profession.
Marine biology.
Yes.
Yeah, freaking blows my mind. Those critters in there. But like realistically, now that I think about it, one thing I wish I would have gone for is like anything on like sports journalism. And I'm not much of a writer, but I feel like I would enjoy myself a lot more in like sports journalism or sports reporting, sports broadcasting.
I definitely see you. I can see you in that field without a doubt.
See me in the booth.
Yes. Mr. Stephen A over here. All right. So now these are going to go a little bit more personal, but not super serious. So what sound or noise do you love/hate? You can give me both. You can give me one that you love and you can give me one that you hate. But, you know, I know you may be inclined to say maybe a sexual noise for the something that you love. But if there's something else, I'd really prefer that.
Okay, one noise that I is
that you what? I'm sorry, you broke up there just for that split second.
The one noise that I hate.
Okay.
I would say, you know, those like holographic things where you can like kind of go like this and it switches the image. And then you can like scratch it and it kind of sounds like a DJ, and kids would do that like way back when. Yeah. Those things drive me up the wall. That sound of the fucking like it would like, when you would scratch the like holographic thing. Yeah. That would drive me crazy.
And if I'm not mistaken, it runs in your families that have issues with like these weird noises, right? I believe your brother hates the noise of what was it?
Pool noodle.
The pool noodle. That's right.
Noodle.
When
you
it's
get
wet.
The freaking pool noodle and you freaking like rub it when it's wet.
Yeah, you stroke
it. It has that loud ass. Like you kind of go like this.
Got it.
And it's a squeaky ass noise. I don't like that one either, but it doesn't hurt me. Right?
Okay, well,
like chills.
Listen, Chad. I understand that a lot of people don't like my voice. You know,
I was gonna say your voice, but I don't want to be mean.
Yeah, I appreciate that. So this is my podcast. You have to listen to my voice. So I'm sorry about that one. So I'm sorry about that. All right. Exactly. So this is something that you must be humble about. All right. So what are you not very good at?
Video games. Easy. Video games. I'm not good at. I don't think I was a little bit good at Rocket League at one point. Stopped playing that, and I'm shit. I think I'm gonna run through the games right here real quick. Fortnite, I was shit. Ark, I was shit. I don't even know how you can be bad at Ark. League of Legends, I'm awful. Mordhau, I'm okay. Rocket League, I was decent at one point, but I'm shit. Valorant, I'm shit. Rainbow Six Siege, shit. I'm shit at Minecraft. And you can't even be shit at Minecraft. There's no winning in that game.
I mean,
so video games.
Okay. So video games. I didn't really take you to say video games. Probably would have thought.
What did you think?
I don't know.
What do you think I'm shit at?
I don't really know anything. I probably would have said maybe basketball or something, but no. Okay. All right. No. Okay, that's fine. We got different opinions. It's okay. I'm bad at basketball too. It's not a problem.
I mean, okay. In fact, you're even insinuating that.
Yeah, okay. That's not a problem. All right. So this is the last of the serious questions, and then we're going to go ahead and get into some of the cock talk. So tell me something that's true that almost nobody else seems to agree with you on?
Something that's true that nobody else seems to me on.
So
Give me an
like,
example.
I don't know. Is
Example of yours.
there a specific debate maybe or something that you're always bringing up and people are just like, no, you're wrong? But like you seem most of the time you seem to be the only person, or a hot take that you have that you're just like the only person.
I mean, I got a lot of hot takes, but they're not stored in my head right now. That's a tough question. I'm really thinking that you should have pre-screened these questions on me, man.
I gave you the option.
I know. And you know what? I said, fuck it. Off the dome. Off the dome. And I kind of overestimated my bad.
Okay.
Yeah, something
So I'm not gonna lie to you. The chat seems to be using the word overrated pretty often.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Why didn't I think of this? Fucking hear me out. I don't know why I didn't think of this. Sushi is overrated.
Oh,
I don't give a what anybody says. That shit is overrated. You know what that shit is? It is tasteless Play-Doh. That's exactly what it is. It's cold, disgusting. It's raw, gross as fuck. If anything is raw, I don't want it. Cook that shit on a fire like how food is supposed to be made. And that shit sucks. And let me tell you another thing. A lot of the times you go to these sushi places and what are people obsessed with? The fucking sauce, right? The eel sauce and the fucking like yum sauce that they put on shit sometimes. And they're obsessed with it. And what the fuck do? They get the whole thing and they fucking dunk the whole roll in there. It's covered all completely with fucking sauce on it, and that's how they eat the sushi. Now, my point is, if you have to dip something in sauce like that much for it to be good, it's not good.
Yikes. I don't know, Joel. You're rubbing a lot of people's trousers the wrong way here.
Let them. I'll rub everybody's trousers. I don't give a fuck. I'll rub everybody's trousers. I don't care. That shit fucking sucks. And I mean, I got bias because I don't really like cold food, like cold subs and shit like that. I don't fuck with it. Give me the hot stuff. But so I'm a little biased there. So cold, I don't really fuck with. But in general, like sushi, it has no taste. It's like Play-Doh. When you put it in your mouth, it's like mushy and shit. No,
like Play-Doh.
Yeah, you heard it here first. Overrated.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie to you, Joel. I honestly think sushi is amazing. I started by eating fried sushi, which is obviously hot, right? Or at least warm. I'm a sauce guy, so I will put sauce on everything and anything. Take me to Benihana's, I'm pouring sauce all over my food. That yum sauce, I'm putting it all over. You give me sushi, I'm putting eel sauce all over. So I feel slightly offended, but it's okay. It's okay. I know it's your take.
At Puerto Rico, this dude gets a whole fucking bowl of rice and shit, puts the cilantro, which I don't even blame you. That cilantro is like, very true. Put the cilantro on top, and it's like a blanket, and you don't see any rice, you don't see any beans, you don't see any chicken, and it's just straight up cilantro blanket on top. So you are the saucy type of guy.
Yep, that's me.
Very saucy.
All right.
But yeah, sushi.
Okay, a lot of people seem to be upset with you in the chat, but it's okay. Guys, remember, it's everybody has their own opinion, right? I mean, he doesn't like sushi. He may eat ass or may not eat ass, right? I mean, we're getting into cock talk now, so Joel, we're gonna be asking the tough questions coming up, all right? So let's get down to business.
Let's go.
How do you feel about pineapple on pizza?
You know what? I'm gonna extend what you just said. And food, it's an opinion almost, right? You can like it, you can not like it. Personally, I'm not a big fan of pineapple on my pizza. Am I gonna shit on people who eat pineapple on pizza? No, not necessarily. I can understand the appeal of it. The sweet and salty mix. Maybe you get the little pepperoni in there with a little salty taste, and the sweet taste of the pineapple makes for a good mix.
Okay, well, you know what? At least you're not bashing on people, because there's some people that when it comes to pineapple on pizza, they are livid when it comes to that. Livid. Like they just think that it's like either If you like pineapple on pizza, you're a psychopath, or if you don't like pineapple on pizza, you're crazy. I like pineapple on pizza, but at the end of the day, I don't care who does what. You can eat whatever the fuck you want. I don't care.
Agreed.
Okay, I do have to give out one shout out. I do have some 2 subs. The Boost TV, thank you for that Prime subscription. Love you, man. And Abad, the Prime subscription. He has subbed to this channel for 16 months. 16 months.
Oh, 16 months?
16 months. Yes. It's crazy. Thank you so much. All right. Now, we're going to get to some toilet paper talk, okay? Ooh. All right. I know it's a hot topic right now in America. Everybody's running out of toilet paper. So, yeah. I have a couple questions that got me thinking, and you know, I brought this up with my focus group to see what questions we can come up with. So, when it comes to putting toilet paper, you know, on the little hinge, the little rack it goes on, do you put it over or under?
It's gotta be over.
Oh my God! Thank God. I knew you were a fan.
The people who put it under fall under the same people who take socks to the beach. Just lunatics.
Okay. All right. I mean, now I get an uneasy feeling when I'm pulling, you know, toilet paper from the bottom. It just doesn't feel right. I feel like if I pull a little too much, all of a sudden it's just gonna keep on going and it won't stop. So that's just my take on that. I mean, I'm sure everybody should be an over person in my opinion. So
it really should. And at the end of the day, you got to reach farther if it's under too.
Yeah. That's true. Okay. Other question I have is still regarding toilet paper. All right, I got a couple questions regarding toilet paper. Mm-hmm. When you're wiping, all right, do you wipe from back to front, or do you wipe from front to back? In terms of, you know, bottom up or up down is what I mean.
Yeah, hold on. I want to get the clarifications real.
Hold up, Biggie Rex gifting 5 subs. 5 subs. Thank you, Biggie. You are the man. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Everyone give a nice little shout out to Biggie. Give him some hearts in the chat. Please. Thank Biggie, you so much.
Real one.
Thank you. All right, go ahead with your answer.
So let's just get the specifics right here. Front is my nutsack.
Okay.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wiping from front to back. So I starting. Hold on, wait a minute.
You're right there.
Yeah. Front to back. So from my nutsack up, I had to test it out.
How about you give us a little demonstration?
See, that's above my pay grade.
Okay. All right. Okay. So go ahead. Continue. You said what was it? What was your answer? I'm sorry.
Front to back. So from my nutsack up. Anyone who goes the other way and you're going towards your nuts, there's like possibility of cross contamination, and like, do you really want to open yourself up to that risk? No.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Yeah.
Just a lunatic. Yeah.
So I guess that basically answers my question in terms of this one. Are you a behind the back kind of guy, or do you wipe below your genitals? But if you wipe below your genitals, you're wiping towards you for the most part. So I would assume based on your answer that's a no. Or is there ever been a time that you actually do that?
Shoot. Wait. What? What was that? What did
so
you guys ask me?
When you're wiping, you know how most people wipe behind the back. They put their arm around their back, right? Around their butt.
Yeah.
Right? That's a normal way. There are some weirdos out there that wipe underneath.
Under the toilet while they're sitting on the toilet seat.
Yeah.
No, they're crazy.
Okay.
They're crazy.
And you
gotta go behind the back.
That's true. And the last question for toilet paper. Do you look after you wipe?
Yes, you have to look after.
Okay, guys, I can't give you a demonstration. I'm sorry. I have a hole in my shorts right on my ass, so that's a no. Okay, so you do look. I mean, I think that's a pretty basic answer. I think everybody has to look.
You have to. You have to be like conscious of your own health. You know, what if there's blood in there?
Oh, all right. I mean, that's something you definitely want to get checked out. Now, do you do a sniff test?
A sniff test?
Yes.
No.
Do you know what a sniff test is?
Explain it to me.
Okay, so when you put your hand in your genital area at one point during the day, you pull out your hand and you get a nice little whiff out of it. You know, you scratch your balls, something.
Yeah.
It's okay.
And
all right, just
every
saying.
guy does that, and any guy who says they don't do that is a liar. Straight up.
Very true.
You have to sniff.
Very true. That's actually super true.
I can't even explain. Honestly, I can't even explain why. Why do we have to sniff? Is it like
I don't
a
know.
primal thing or something?
I don't know.
But
I don't know. I think it's
like,
a curious thing.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just an urge, right? You just want to.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That's true. Okay. What kind of cheese do you think is the best? What's the best cheese?
Damn, that's a good question, and this is a great question for my girlfriend. Obsessed with cheese.
Okay.
Like completely.
You want to give your girlfriend a little shout out? She in here today? Is she watching?
She better be watching. Shit, what the hell? Hi, girlfriend Evelyn. You're the love of my life, and hi.
Okay.
All right. So, it's a great question for her, but I'll say, I'm gonna say mozzarella.
That's your favorite cheese, mozzarella?
Actually, or cheddar, shredded cheddar cheese, because I think it goes so well with anything.
Okay.
It can go with pasta. It can go with tacos. You can eat it by itself if you really want to. It goes with a lot. You could put it on a grilled cheese.
Okay, it's not bad.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I see the chat is asking a lot to okay, well, she looks to be agreeing with you. She said, hell yeah, I was going to say. So,
Okay.
Let's see what else. What do we got? I have a feeling I know where this is going to go, but what's the weirdest thing a guest has done at your house? Guys, I'm timing out people who are spamming. I don't care if they're blood. Just so you know right now. And my mods will too. Mods, you're in charge of that. What's the weirdest thing a guest has done in your house?
What is the weirdest thing a guest has done in my house? What the hell? Do you have an idea? Because I don't.
I'm laying it up right for you, to be honest, but
Fucking. Oh, what? Okay. You're gonna have to alley oop it to me because I'm not.
I see a lot of people here in the chat that seem to know something about a pizza story.
That was at your house.
That was not at my house.
That was at your house. 100%. That was at your house.
Nope. And I'm pretty sure Brandon can attest to that as well.
Brandon Acosta, I need him to ask to put in the chat right now if that was at your house or if that was at my house, because I promise you that was at your house. But let's just say for all intents and purposes, it's at my house. So, weirdest thing, bro. We ordered some fucking pizza. We must have been like, what, 7th grade? And so, like, what does that make us? Like 12?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. And in case you guys didn't know, 12.
Damn, I remember. Brandon answered. He said it was at Javi's. Danny says it was at Javi's. Personally, I remember being in your house, but it's okay. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, you're wrong. So.
And we were not in high school. We were in 8th grade.
I said 7th grade.
Yeah. Okay. 7th, 8th grade.
So that makes us that would make us like 12 or 13 or whatever. And in case you didn't know, young boys going through 12 and 13, they're going through a lot of changes in their body. Let's just put it that way, right? And you're doing a lot of things that you might have not done before with a certain member. And Javi was feeling very experimental. So story goes, we order a pizza from Domino's, which shout out to Brandon Acosta, first person to show me in 7th grade to put bacon on a pizza. That shit is fire. So I'm forever indebted to Brandon Acosta for that.
This guy eats bacon on pizza all the time.
Yeah, I fucking love bacon on pizza. And yeah, he was the first person to show me that shit. That was the first day I had bacon on pizza. And well, yeah, anyways, we had gotten home from school and my brother had not yet gotten home from school. We were waiting for him. He got out of school a little bit later. And Javi thought it would be, well, I told him, I'm like, hey, let's save a slice for my brother. You know, poor guy, man. He's coming home from school. He's probably hungry as shit. We've eaten pizza, all this shit. the very least we can do is save him a slice. And Javi had the bright idea. You know what would be so fucking funny? If I fucking ejaculate on this pizza and feed it to my little cousin. Yeah, sounds like a great idea. And the whole time I'm like, no, bro, don't do that shit. Come on. And Brandon Acosta is in there like, dude, that would be so fucking funny, bro.
So what you're saying is I was also being encouraged.
You were being encouraged, and there was a little bit of peer pressure,
Okay.
but it's still a shit move nonetheless. I think,
Yes,
I think
I
you were
agree.
old enough to know.
Without a doubt.
Yeah. And so he went to the bathroom 5 minutes later. Rookie numbers, 5 minutes. And 5 minutes later, he came and quite literally came and showed us the pizza. And I'm like, where the fuck is it? And he goes, oh, hold on. He cut a layer of cheese off, and he fucking lifted it and came on that part and then hid the fucking cheese right back on he fucking layered the cheese right on top. So I'm like, where the fuck is it? He's like, hey, there it is right there, baby. And it was fucking disgusting. Disgusting. And my brother came home and he was so fucking close to eating that pizza, bro. You and Brandon Acosta were like, here's a pizza. And he's like, why would you do to it? You're like, oh, no fucking nothing, bro. What the hell? He's like, nah, I know you guys did something to this pizza. You eager for me to like eat a fucking pizza right now. And luckily enough, I told him like, dude, don't eat that pizza, man. Because he would have fucking
I wouldn't have let him eat. I still to this day.
Yeah, right.
I still to this day have always said that I would have never let him eat that pizza. I was gonna see how close he was gonna get to eating that pizza, and I was gonna stop him. If I'm not mistaken, I know Brandon was very close to letting me eat that fucking pizza. But I definitely know that I was not gonna let him eat that pizza. I would have never your parents would have literally hung me by my ball sack from your house outside of your front door.
Yeah, they would have.
So that it was a no. I was never gonna do that. That's a no.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up. And
Well,
anybody who's ever done that before to anybody, which honestly you might be the only person in the world to have ever thought of that.
Probably.
But if there's someone else watching who's
I don't even think it was my idea, to be honest, but I think I just followed through with the execution.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so that is definitely, I would definitely say that is probably the weirdest thing that has ever happened at your house, in my opinion.
Your house.
Yeah. I don't. That's why I really don't. Whatever. I think you guys are all wrong, but it's okay. It's okay. What inanimate object do you wish could be eliminated from existence? Period. Like, there's no trace of it. Nothing.
What the fuck? You know what? An inanimate object that can just fucking leave. That's actually a great question.
I like how you're looking around the room. What are you looking for?
Yeah. I'm like looking here, and I almost wanted to say pens, but no.
You said what?
Pens, yeah. But no, pens are actually pretty useful.
I mean, you're even right.
Yeah. Fuck.
I'd like to say that we have broken yet again. The viewership on this channel has reached 41. Thank you guys again so much. I appreciate it. Yeah. Thank you. If you guys are not following yet, please go ahead and follow the channel. I'd like to put that out there. And if you can, go ahead and retweet my tweet. Follow me on my socials. All right. All right, Joel, go ahead and continue. That was a quick advertisement right there.
Yeah, that's a fucking great question, to be honest. Fucking lanyards, dog. I'm looking at a lanyard right now. What the fuck do we need that for? To be honest, I had to use a lanyard in my life.
Okay, all right, a lanyard. I mean, everybody in high school used to hang around with them, to be honest.
Yeah. I might have been one of them, but I was peer pressured. And there was a lot of fitting in you had to do when you were in high school, right? So I just had a lanyard just because fucking. And no, but lanyards are pretty shit, to be honest. You hold a badge on them, you could just fucking hold the badge on your belt buckle, right?
That's true, yeah.
So I would say lanyards. I'm actually interested in this question. What would you say is an inanimate object that needs to leave the face of the earth?
To be honest, I'd really be okay with smartphones. Yeah, I actually spoke about this in my focus group, with the people that we brought up this question. I definitely, honestly, I know it's a really basic answer, but smartphones. And notice, I'm okay with phones, period. But smartphones for me, I think are pretty bad. I mean, they're great. They do have their pros, and there's plenty of pros. But I think there's so many people who are this day and age are just so obsessed with everything having to deal with social media. And I love social media, but no, it's a no for me.
And I think more your problem stems more from the social media aspect of it than the smartphone. The smartphone just gives it to us at any given point, at any given moment, whenever we want. And I think that's kind of like detrimental to a lot of things, and it's really addicting. But
It is.
really, if you think about it, the social media is really what's fucking with people.
That's actually a good point. Yeah.
The smartphone, not so much. Like, bro, I fucking love being able to like just randomly be like, yo, what's the fucking population of the country in like Chad, Africa, and just fucking being able to search that at that given moment. Crazy.
That's true. I mean, that's the internet, though. You can do that on a computer. And at the same token, social media, if that never existed on the phone, it could have been like a MySpace type thing, where obviously MySpace was mostly through the computer. So we could have lived in a world just like that too. I mean, without smartphones.
Okay.
So this is honestly a personal opinion for you, but what would be the absolute worst name that you can give your child?
Oh man.
And there's a question that was brought up right now in the chat that I think is great. So I want to save that one that I just asked you. And guys, I do encourage you guys to ask questions in the chat. I'd love to go ahead and ask him, right? Just make sure that it's not too, out of left field. But Sad Boy Swag mentioned favorite genre of porn.
I mean,
I know your girlfriend's in the chat, so if you're a little hesitant to answer, I mean...
No. Hey, she can listen. If she doesn't like it, she can turn off. Let's be honest here. We're on Cock Talk, all right? Okay. It's in the name. Yep. It's in the brand.
Yep. That's true.
So we're going to go ahead and answer these hard-hitting questions. And favorite genre of porn? Honestly, I think that's pretty easy, and I'm going to go POV, to be honest.
Okay. I mean...
POV, you got to feel like you're in the action. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And just wait till, I mean, obviously I know they have, they tested it and stuff like that, but VR porn, oof, game changer. Game changer. Let me just say about that.
Okay. Hey, I honestly, I mean, it's okay. It's, in my opinion, it's a good genre, but it's not my go-to. All right, moving on. So, quick question.
No, that's not how it works here. That's not how it works here. Listen, the people want to know.
Who wants to know? Ain't nobody want to know.
I do.
Okay. Well, I am personally, the one
yeah, come on.
Where they enjoy their friends' moms and stuff.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right.
That's my second favorite.
All right. We're moving out of here. Flimsy24 asks, you may recognize that name. Out of everyone besides your brother, who would you want to slap the hardest? Is it me?
Number one. Yeah.
Number
Sometimes
one, me?
you. Yeah.
Over Danny?
He said besides Danny.
Well, that's true. But rank them in order right now.
Okay. If I had to count Danny, number one, Danny.
Okay.
Honestly, I wouldn't even put you up there. There's times where I really want to slap the shit out of Abad. And honestly, he deserves it sometimes.
Well, okay, explain to me why.
And
because
he knows it. I know it.
Okay, but explain to me why, because a lot of people who know Abad obviously see him as this very quiet, very nice guy, which we all do know Abad is like that. But for those who really know Abad, there are some things about Abad that people will make fun of a lot, including Joel, mostly Joel, I'd like to say, and Danny. But tell us why. I mean, I want A-Bad emotes in the chat, by the way. If you guys are a sub, spam them.
A-Bad, I know you're listening to me, and I'll tell you right now, from the bottom of my heart, I do love you, but you can just be like bitch made sometimes. I don't know. You're very sensitive, like very sensitive. And I am always scared of saying the wrong thing around A-Bad before I fucking like upset him and make him sensitive and shit like that. Sometimes, you know what? You just need a good like slap in the face just to like get him right. You know what I'm saying? Uh, very sensitive, that A-Bad, and he doesn't like to play video games with us anymore. And yeah, that's all I gotta say about A-Bad.
Wow.
And then number 3, I would probably put you, and number 4, I would put Fernie.
That's just a random one right there. Why
Yeah, I
Fernie?
just gotta throw that in. He's a hater. He's a fucking hater. He hates everything that's popular.
Now, okay. Now, hold up. So, you're saying that he's a hater. He hates everything that's popular. I have heard a lot through the grapevine that you are someone who likes to use the word overrated for a lot of things. Yeah. You know, to describe most of the time things that seem to be popular for a lot of people. You feel like they're not. So,
yeah. Overrated, I would say, is my bread and butter. But
that's your motto right there, your MO.
Exactly.
Okay.
Now, I don't consider myself to be a hater though, to be honest.
Okay. You know, I think this is a really good setup for an episode 2 A-Bad edition. You know, to get his perspectives on this. So let's go ahead and I mean, did you ever answer the question? Oh no, because that's right, someone else asked the question. So what would be the absolute worst name you can give your child?
Damn, bro. You know, I had this in my head the other day, and honestly, I would never give my my kid a name that's like common.
Okay.
For example, like John.
Okay.
That does nothing. You know how many Johns there are? Jose. You know how many Joses there are in Miami?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? That's like a really basic name. And I wouldn't want to give like my kid that name, or like just, you know, for girls examples, like Stephanie or Jessica, for example, because like there's so many of them. You got to think of something. It doesn't got to be something crazy like Elon Musk fucking naming his kid fucking plus B squared and shit.
Yeah.
But it's got to be like just a little bit different, you know?
I mean, you all, I mean, would you say that your name is it common? Is it something that you would, you know,
it's a little bit more unique. It's on the more unique side, or maybe not necessarily unique. It's more on the uncommon side.
Okay.
So, and I feel that way about Javier too. It's not necessarily common as like a John, a Christian, a Matthew, and shit like that. But it's a little bit more uncommon. Like I've known, I think like 3 other Joels in my life. And I can't even count you how many Alexanders I know, and fucking Christians I know, and Johns or Jonathans I know. Like,
okay, it's not a bad answer, to be honest. I mean,
yeah, think outside the box. Like, I just want my kids to be special and different in their own way.
Do you have a name for a boy and girl already, or no?
No, I haven't really thought about it. Kids are in the future.
Okay. Now, do you have anybody? I mean, not anybody. Do you have a preference on what you rather have?
A lot of people do, but honestly, like you should just be happy with whatever you're getting. You're fucking like creating something and bringing it into this world. You should be happy with like whatever comes out to be.
That's definitely my answer. Everybody asks, I never answer. So, okay. So, are you a tits or an ass guy? Simple, straight to the question.
Hawk talk, baby. Fuck, I don't know.
Why do I have
tits or an ass guy? I would say I'm an ass guy for sure.
An ass guy. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Living in Miami, you kind of have to be.
Oh shit! What just happened? There you go. Oh, living in Miami, you kind of have to be an ass guy.
Yeah, there's just a lot to go around, you know.
Now, Mikey brings up here a good question. Mikey Hearn 227. Thank you for that. Do you like feet? Are you a feet guy? Are you someone who you enjoy?
That's a great question. Yeah, that's a great question. I I'm not really like a feet guy in that like I fetishize them about them and shit like that.
Mhm.
But my girlfriend's feet, fucking love them. Yo, she'll
Okay.
tell me straight up, "Hey, I need a foot massage and I need you to suck my toes for whatever given reason." She doesn't do that for the record.
Okay.
But
Thank you for
but if
clearing
she
that
were
up.
to tell me, yo, no questions asked, I'm on my hands and knees and I'm fucking sucking them toes.
Okay. Okay.
No problem.
All
No
right.
problem. I only love my girlfriend's feet, but like
Fair
to
enough.
fetishize them and shit like that, no.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. All right. Now this is a question that sparks much controversy between our friends, between the world. It's a question that I've learned from one of my favorite streamers, an idol that I have, named Nick Merckx. This is where I first heard this question. Who do you think would win in a fight? A grizzly bear or a silverback gorilla?
It's a heavy loaded question. It's got a lot of history behind it.
Yes,
Let me tell
it
you
has a
one thing.
lot. Now, while you're going ahead and answering the question, I want everybody in the chat to make sure they answer this question. I want to see what everybody's saying, and it's okay to spam this answer multiple times. Just want to see it. Go ahead.
Okay. If you say silverback gorilla, you're a dumbass. I'm sorry to tell you. Like either your mom dropped you in the head on a baby or like, some shit like that. But you're fucking stupid. Because if you look at the stats, look at the numbers. Listen, I'm a numbers guy. You look at the numbers, and a grizzly bear is fucking kicking ass because they got like a full, I can't remember the fucking stats right now, but they got like a full fucking foot on them. They got like a whole 100 pounds on them. I've seen fucking grizzly bears move dumpsters and shit like that. You think a fucking silverback gorilla can move dumpsters? No. And let me tell you another thing. The fucking everyone always says, yeah, but a silverback gorilla can fucking fight. Bro, no, they fucking can't. They definitely fucking can't. They fucking do this thing where they fucking swipe at their fucking hands at each other and shit like that. But dog, it's like honestly no competition. And another thing, bears got claws and they're like long as fuck. They're like 4 inches each or 5
They're
inches
like,
each.
from what I've heard, they're like steak knives. Just saying.
They're like
a
imagine 5 fucking steak knives on a fucking hand, and just one swipe, that dude is dead. He's bleeding out.
Okay. Well, in my personal opinion, I do agree with you on that one. There's plenty of people that obviously were writing in the chat saying gorilla. I gotta agree with Joel on this. I've always had the same take. I've never changed from this take. I mean, we'll have a podcast specifically for this because we could literally dive into this so much, bring out videos, bring out statistics, everything like that. We need to make something like that so we can end this debate once for all. I think that'd be a great video.
Listen, the debate is ended because I went on the radio show to ask Ron McGill, the head of Zoo Miami.
Yep.
This dude's been working with animals for goddamn near 3 decades, right?
Yep.
And for him, I asked him this question. He said, without a doubt, a grizzly bear.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
And that's all the endorsement I need, to be honest.
From Ron fucking McGill. You heard it straight from here.
A fucking Miami legend.
Yeah. It's getting a little hot there. You can loosen up. Hey, we're getting into cock talk now. It's not all business, you know?
Yes, sir.
All right. Yeah, I agree. A lot of people, like I said, they think gorilla's the answer, but I don't think so. So now I know that you don't have any pets at home. Have you ever wanted pets? Have you ever actually thought about buying pets?
Yeah, for sure. I fucking love pets. Cats and dogs.
Cats and dogs. Wow. Okay. Would you say you would choose one over the other, or are you pretty even on both?
I would probably choose a dog first, just because I'm more familiar with them. Like almost everybody I know ever growing up had a dog. But cats are cute. Cats are cool. They're a little more independent and shit like that, so I can kind of fuck with that.
Now, I'd like to say that people are saying that I stole your clout on that Ron McGill story. Yeah. I'd like to clear things up and clear the air here. I know this has been a topic of controversy here for what I would say almost like 2 years, right? It's been about 2 years.
Yeah.
I'd say so. So being a subscriber to Nick Merckx, right? For as long as I've gone through these conversations with Nick Merckx and watching his stream plenty of times and seeing everybody fight with him. Honestly, you know, I had to, you sent that video in our chat, in our group chat. I didn't chase for clout with anybody else. I was just trying to aim it at Nick. It's just the honest truth. I was just like, yo, Nick, use this video on anything you need. Here's an animal zoo expert saying that a fucking silverback grizzly. I mean, so yeah, no, a grizzly bear can kick a silverback gorilla's ass. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure I tagged you in that tweet. Did I not? I did give cred. To the tweet that it was from Joel. So yeah, I don't want to hear that I stole clout, because it's like fucking official Joel Franco, who will go ahead and post tweets on his Twitter, and he'll go, I mean, I'm not saying that I like Joel Franco, because I know he got a little bit of controversy. I've never been really, I don't care for the news on Twitter and shit like that. But you know, plenty of news sources do that. Am I right? I mean, you know, you give credit to when credit's due and where you get the source from. You were my source.
Yeah, I suppose.
All right.
I mean, I'm thinking about it now, and it was a little bit of a clout chasing thing back then, and I saw it that way back then. But now that I think about it, like, you did give credit, and at the end of the day, it was gonna get more exposure from your Twitter and not mine. So
why do you say that? If I'm not mistaken, if we go back into each other's Twitters, I am sure you have a lot more tweets that have gone a little bit, had a couple hundred likes and retweets maybe than I have. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know about that one.
But they're just like stupid memes and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like,
hey, I mean, what gets it, man. I mean, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I mean, I posted that TikTok. It got a good couple hundred likes, but that's one out of like 500 tweets.
That was a good ass TikTok.
I
Whose idea was that?
That was actually my idea. I actually do take credit for that. That was actually my idea. I mentioned it to some of my softball friends, and I have a softball friend named Cole, and he had actually posted something on Twitter of it, right? On Instagram of it. And I obviously am a TikTok user, so I do consume TikTok content, and it is very good. I do recommend it for people, especially if they're bored. I know that you're very hesitant on joining TikTok because you're afraid you're going to be consumed by it. But, this guy just went ahead, and I told him I felt like him and I would do a really good collab on that video. So I reached out to him. I told him, let's get a couple of our softball guys to do this, and finally he told me, all right, send me a video. So I sent him a video of me doing it first, and then everybody else followed, and he was the one at the end. He was the last one with the Booty Master 3000 that he had there, which I'd like to say I gifted him, by the way. That was
good. Cole, if you're watching, that was fucking golden.
Yeah, that was amazing. Yeah, that was good. Okay, so getting into, like I mentioned, into the topic of cats and dogs and all that. Do pets belong on furniture? This is a controversy that I've had with my girlfriend. I just like to make sure I put it out, to see what everybody's topic is. I personally think that pets do belong on couches, not on beds necessarily. I do think that beds are for sleeping, and that's really supposed to remain a clean space, but I don't see why couches. It also depends on your kind of dog. I know cats, people who are cat people, they have their cat all over the place, right? The cat can go on the counters, all that stuff. I understand all that. Now, I'm not very fond of the counters for cats, but I mean, what can you do? So what's your take on that?
The thing is, I don't have a lot of experience with pets, obviously, because I've never had a pet in this house. But
when you go to someone's house or something,
it's definitely, let me tell you, I know that people want to have the pets on the couch and shit like that because they it's their house too, I guess, in a way. But it's such an inconvenience when you go to somebody's house and they got fucking dog hair on the couch.
Yeah, I mean,
I fucking hate having dog hair on me. I can't stand that shit. So it's like I can't even sit down on the fucking couch without being covered in hair. And so I don't know how I would react if I had a dog. Depends if they shed or not. Like, Like if they shit a lot, I probably wouldn't let them on the couch, to be honest. I mean,
Mm.
they're gonna have their own bed. I'll buy them a fucking deluxe king size. What is it called? California king size bed. I'll buy them all. It fucking works. We'll have heated seats and shit like that. It'll be a fucking spaceship.
Interesting. Okay.
But yeah, I don't think I would have them on the couch.
You don't think you would have them? Okay. I keep seeing a lot of people highlight this message. I don't understand it, but Joel's Discord boxing matching card / lineup next. What is this? What are they talking about?
Honestly, you're gonna have to ask them for a little bit more clarity. But I know in the Discord set up to fight each other, and I'm about it, to be honest. I'm about a whole fucking I'm about a whole event where we just box the shit out of each other.
Okay.
But you're gonna have to ask them for more clarity because I don't know what they're asking of me. Do they want to know who the hell I'm fighting, or do they want to know who I think should be fighting?
Yeah, so they're talking now. They're saying, who in the Discord would you rather want to see fight each other? Give us some matching cards. Give us a lineup.
Who would I want to see fight? I'm gonna look at the Discord right now. Give me a second.
Yeah, do that, because if I get out of the if I go to the Discord to look at it, your camera's gonna go away. So I don't want to. I don't want to let go of that pretty face.
Yeah, no, definitely not. It's the bread and butter.
And obviously, you need to say who you think would win.
Okay, I would love to see Ricky, box Kaon. That would be fucking great, and he would fucking wipe the floor with that dude.
Ricky is
he is professional. He has the experience. Yeah.
Agree.
So I'll give it to him there, and then I gotta see. I want to see Danny and Brandon go against each
other.
Brandon who would win in a fight? I think they would just end up talking so much shit that there wouldn't even be a fight, and the fight would end in a draw because they can't just stop talking shit to each other. At this point, they should just fuck each other and get married. But I think that is probably a good fight if they were to have.
Okay. Who would you fight?
One more. I got no beef with nobody, man. I'm chill. I got no beef. If anybody wants to fight me, come and tell it to my face, and I'm not gonna fight you.
Okay, so wait. Speaking of that, I'm sure there has been some times throughout our life that you've wanted to throw a couple punches, or maybe have, or tried to swing, and what do you have any of those occasions in mind? When I say that, does one thing come up to your mind, or what happened?
Listen, man. Listen. I'm gonna tell you a little quick story about Javi. And there was this one time, right? If anyone's had braces, you understand the pain. And fucking braces suck ass. And there was this one time I had just gotten back from the orthodontist for that monthly tightening, or I don't even know if it was like monthly or bi-monthly or whatever. But I had just gotten that braces tightening. And anybody who's had braces knows that shit's a fucking pain in the. And so my teeth were hurting. But against all odds, because ball is life, we were out on the street playing basketball. And I lost my train of thought actually.
We're out on the street playing basketball. You had your braces
my braces tightened. Yes. And it was just me, you, and my brother. And the ball goes out of bounds, right? And for whatever reason, the ball's dead. It's not like you're trying to make some game-saving fucking
this is true
inbound play or shit like that. The ball's fucking dead.
Mm-hmm.
And for whatever reason, the ball's on the floor, and you pick up the ball like this, and you just throw it fucking backwards without looking.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, as hard as you possibly can, right?
Yeah.
Guess who was right there behind you waiting for the fucking ball, because I thought you were just going to pick it up and throw it back like a fucking normal person. I was. And where the fuck did that ball hit me? That shit hit me right in the fucking mouth. Here. Mm-hmm. Covered my entire face. And that shit, I don't even know. It did start bleeding for a little bit, but that ball just hit me. And right then and there, I was like, I'm going to fucking kill this guy if I don't leave right now. And yeah, if you want, you can share the rest of the story, because like You probably tell it better.
I mean, I'm just gonna give my personal opinion on that. I mean, so for all those ball players that are out there, I mean, when you guys go get a ball that's out of bounds, right? I mean, how many times do you guys actually grab the ball, turn around, and just throw it correctly to people? I've seen, I don't know how many times that people will grab the ball, launch it up in the air, and let it fall onto the ground. You see people who will grab it just like I did and just toss it right back. Maybe not with the force I had, apparently, but you know, it was sad that you had to you know, be right behind me. I do apologize for that, but you know, it wasn't with malintent. You know that. It wasn't with malintent. So, damn, I'm trying to fix this chat. Let me put this for right now in the middle. So yeah, I don't think it was on purpose, to be honest. I mean, it wasn't. I know you got really pissed. You slapped the backboard of that thing so fucking hard that
it wasn't malicious or like intentional, but it was definitely some negligence on your part.
All right, I guess we'll go with that. That's fine. So actually, that leads good into my next question. So on the topic of basketball, who do you think, in your opinion, is the greatest of all time? Is it LeBron James, Michael Jordan, or another ball player?
That's a good question right there, and I'm gonna have to say Dwayne Wade. No, just fucking with you. It's easily LeBron James. There's no doubt.
Okay.
Anybody who tries to argue doesn't know basketball. Or either that, or they're fucking stuck in the old way like that. Like, dog, basketball wasn't the same as it was now. Like, you have to, like, I mean, what do you think? Let me see that. I say LeBron James for sure.
Okay, so I agree. I do think it is LeBron James. I know there are a lot of people in here that are going to say MJ. But yeah. So I obviously did not get, or neither of us really got to experience MJ like that.
Yeah, exactly.
But
which a lot of our friends didn't either.
Yes, I do agree. They are two different eras, of course. I gotta give it to LeBron. I think that I've heard this topic come up a lot in terms of MJ has the killer instinct compared to LeBron having the all around talent, which is true. I don't think there has ever been a more skilled basketball player on the face of this earth besides LeBron James. I think he is the GOAT, and I think he will be the GOAT. I mean, how do you go to 9 straight finals appearances? Right? Exactly. I mean, exactly. I get it. MJ won 6, 3 back-to-back, 3 back-to-back again. You know, after his retirement, I get it. It would have been 6 in a row, which definitely would have been, you know, that would have been top-notch. But in all honesty, I mean, 9 straight finals appearances and with 2 different teams in that. Right? Yeah, I mean, you can't.
I think a lot of people, like, the main argument is like, oh, he freaking lost 7 times in the finals or whatever, however many times he lost. But it's like, why the fuck are you knocking him for making the fucking finals? He did it more times than Jordan. That card, you know what I'm saying? Like if you take away the wins from it, right? And you just say, yo, who's made the finals the most amount of times? LeBron over Jordan. Yeah. You know, LeBron obviously has made it more. Whether he's won or not, like, I mean, we can go all day, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree.
It's like nitpicking facts and shit and nitpicking stats. But, and granted, like, I don't know, I can't really say like how Michael Jordan played and shit like that because I didn't really watch him, you know, because I wasn't even born yet.
So there's a lot of people in the chat that want to know the answer to this question. You're gonna have to choose the favorite brother out of these, I mean, family members. So you have Uri and Yadian, Nick, Fernie, Alfredo, Anthony, and Joel and Danny. So yourself and your brother.
Fuck.
So let's start off with the first one, right? Which would be Uri and Yadian. Who there is your favorite brother?
Yarian.
That was, you honestly did not think about that long. So what happened there? What you got to give me some backstory to that. Why?
Nah, I tend to like Yarian. Yarian, my friend, I like him. He's got an interesting name, Yarian. Very Cuban, very cubanazo, highly. I like it.
Okay.
And you're right. He's a fucking rager sometimes in the league, man.
He's a hater.
Yeah, no, not a hater, but he just fucking rages in league, and it just makes the whole experience not fun. If you're watching this, listen, I love you, but man, stop getting banned in league so much.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So, fix my mic. What do you mean? What's wrong with my mic? The mic is right here. Oh, his mic. Your mic. Sorry.
Why? What's wrong with my mic?
I don't know. They said that you needed to get a little closer to the mic.
I got you. Give me a second.
All right.
I'm gonna boost this.
Guys, if you guys see the chat on the screen come and go, it's because I'm trying to just make it a little bit bigger for all of you.
But my microphone.
I think you're good. I can hear myself now.
Does that sound any better?
Yeah, but I can hear myself.
Oh, when you talk?
Yeah.
Put that down. Okay, now?
I hear you fine now. You're good.
Okay.
Hey, so
I mean,
so you choose Yarian.
yeah.
All right. Now, the next one is Nick or Fernie. I know you're very close to both of them. You talk to them every day, but right now you got to choose one. These are my questions. These are the chats.
Tough question, bro.
You got to stop breathing into the mic there, Bucko.
Yeah. That's a fucking tough question.
They keep saying Nick has a baseball. What do you mean? What's the other option?
No, I wanted to know. It was Alfredo and Anthony, and then
Alfredo, Anthony, yourself and your brother, Nick and Fernie, and Uriah and Yadian.
Nick and Fernie, man, that's fucked up. I love them both equally, and I hate them both equally. No, actually, you know what? Nick a little bit less. I hate them both, and I love them both. But I say I would hate Nick a little bit less. So just for that, look at like the net outcome. I guess I'd have to go with Nick.
Wait, just like you said Nick?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. You heard it here, folks. It's Nick. All right. That's your favorite.
Correct.
Oh, okay. Yikes. Okay. All right then. Who are the other people?
Alfredo and Anthony, honestly, I can't even fucking choose that. That's an unfair question, to be honest.
An unfair question. Okay.
It's just unfair. Like, there's no chance I can pick between them two. I love them way too much. There's not a single bad quality about either of those two dudes.
Okay.
But Anthony did have a fire ass Halloween costume as Guy Fieri.
Who won your Halloween contest, by the way? Yes, that is true.
2 years ago or last year?
No, he was 2 years ago. Stone Cold Steve Austin won this past year, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So I see a lot of people also in the chat as well asking about your song. You have a song?
Oh. Yeah.
Where can I find this song? I'm looking for it. Is it on a specific? I know it's on SoundCloud, but under whose name?
Name under Flimsky. That's FLIMSKEET. Flimsky.
Okay. All right, I got it here.
My song is called We Got Next.
We Got Next. Now, before I go ahead and play that here, and by the way, it's not owned, it's copyright free, so we can play this, obviously. So what is the background on this song? I see it's a 1 minute 40-second song, so give us a little background on that.
Am I really gonna ask me about that?
I mean, it's a song that you made. That's what usually people ask artists.
Let's just say it's a diss song for some dudes that we had a little bit of disagreement with at certain basketball park.
Okay, so it's a diss track basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Second verse is about A-Bad. I'll tell you straight up. It's about A-Bad.
Got it. Okay. So let's go ahead and let's play this. Okay. 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 Okay.
Shit, if I do.
Shit, if I do it. Okay. Okay.
I can do it, man. I ain't gonna let the niggas show me up. Man.
Niggas talking shit, you know they finna get hit. Cook 'em up like curry, I ain't talking condiments. Hit 'em with my right, then I hit 'em with my left. You be rocking polo, got it tatted on your chest. Stupid ass nigga, throw that ball at my boy.
Ooh.
Get your ass jumped by the whole convoy.
Ooh.
Keep that mouth shut, shit's bigger than your gut. Floppy talking shit, related to my butt. Faggot ass nigga, you need to come out the closet. Or I'ma steal your bitch, call that shit white chocolate. Run up at my face, I'ma show you as my paws. Nigga said I smash that ass like, hold up, wait up. Pause.
Oh, there's a pause. You made me wait for that one. Damn, okay. Okay. Okay.
And I thought my friends were
I thought it was done.
real. But we got some that's acting like an eel. Snakes in the grass. That beer make you look like you about to blast. And that's the damn truth. Cook you on the court, then I cook you in the booth. Rap so smooth, make you get a sweet tooth. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's how many points you ain't score when I arrive. Front at the park, but you a bad ball player. Nah, you a bad league player. Catch me in the lead. I'm not talking shit once I am in the lead. But you know it's all love. Shout out to my boys. Always got my back when there's a lot of noise.
Good! You ain't, I don't need no narrator. It's just me. They only supposed to hear you.
Okay. Okay. All right. How long did that song take to make?
That shit was in the works for about shit. You know what? How long did that song take? I think it was only about like 3 days.
About 3 days. Man, hey, let me tell you.
It shows definitely like the fucking time put into the song, the quality of it, and like, oh yeah, it fucking took 3 days.
I think,
I get it.
honestly, I think it's a great song. I think if you still have that beat, you could just do another voiceover with a better mic, and you're gonna hit that out of the park. Honestly,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I've been thinking about it.
That was a beat made by Flimsy. Is that correct? By your brother.
Yep,
Okay.
Flimsky is his producer tag.
Okay. Well, yeah. If you guys want to go ahead and follow him on SoundCloud, you can go ahead and do so. He's got a couple
Like
beats on there.
beats.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get on with the questions. We did ask the LeBron Jordan GOAT conversation. I'm not sure if the link will come out, Danny. Let me see if I can do it. So Joel, we asked a question about LeBron, right? And MJ. But who is the greatest of all time in the NFL? This is another controversial question. So
Honestly, Dan Marino.
Dan Marino, really?
Yes, sir. Dan Marino. And I'm gonna give you a quick, simple project to undertake real quick.
Mhm.
You have to search up. I don't know if you can pull this up and show it on stream.
Uh-huh.
You have to search up the most passing yards per season by a quarterback, and just look at the top 20. Right?
Okay, per season.
Yes, sir.
Let's see. Okay, that's not a good one. Let's see. NFL passing yards single season leaders.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you sure you want me to show this?
Pretty. It's per season.
Yeah, I'm looking at this. I mean, to be honest. Oh, okay. I see what you're talking about here.
All right. Now, when you're looking at that, just only look at the years and tell me what sticks out.
I mean, Dan Marino is the only person. It's from 1984. Let me see if I can bring this up real quick.
1984.
Yeah, right here. Let me see if I can zoom in. Yeah, right here. Yeah, Peyton Manning, 2013. He threw for 5,400 yards, 77. Well, 5,477. And then, damn, by 1 yard, Drew Brees. That sucks. And then you got everybody here is at least what the earliest here is 2011, right? So 9 years ago.
That's what I'm saying. I'm talking. This dude Dan Marino was doing what Patrick Mahomes is doing now fucking 30 years ago.
And I'm looking at the top 25, and in the top
Look at
25,
the top 25.
yeah, the top 25, 2001 is the earliest before. I mean, the next year after him, and it was by Kurt Warner, and he wasn't even close.
Yeah,
actually, he was. He was like 200 yards, but that's nothing. The whole other game.
Yeah, this dude Dan Marino was fucking revolutionary in a fucking league where people were passing the ball like 8 or 9 times. This dude was throwing for 5,000 yards a season. Fucking like Patrick Mahomes numbers.
That's true. That is a good point. Okay, so you personally think that that Dan Marino is the GOAT then? A lot of people are saying that they really cannot agree with that because he doesn't have a ring. So what do you think about that?
I mean, ring schmings. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck, what does a ring even mean? Think about it. A ring, like, for you to win a ring, it takes so much. Like, it's a fucking team sport. You know what I'm saying? You have to have, not only do you have to do your best job possible, but the 10 other guys on offense and the 11 other guys on defense have to do just as good of a job as you. And that's not under his control.
It's true.
I'm talking, when you think pure talent, you want to talk about like who's the most accomplished player of all time and shit like that, then obviously, you know, the answer is going to be different. But when you talk about pure talent, it's got to be Dan Marino. He was revolutionary. He was doing stuff before people were even thinking about doing stuff.
So let me get your take on this. What do you think of Tom Brady?
A bum. He's a bum. There's nothing that he's doing that anybody else can do.
So would you say he's overrated?
Super overrated. Super overrated. Possibly the most overrated you could ever be about anything in the world.
Wow.
And yeah, and let me tell you something. He had the benefit of playing under the greatest coach of all time. So I'll give credit where credit is due. Bill Belichick is a fucking monster.
Okay.
But Tom Brady, I mean, Tom Brady, put him in a fucking system and he's gonna succeed. Anybody can be put in that system and they're gonna do well.
Do you think it's a plug and play?
Plug and play. You look at Jacoby Brissett started those fucking 4 games while, was it Brissett that started?
It was Brissett and Garoppolo. They started 2-2, I believe. It was 2. They both each started 2 games, I think, that year, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. I mean, you look at that, and they did just as good as Brady would have done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay. All right. I mean, I also want to ask you, what's your take on Tua? Tua for the Miami Dolphins. What are you thinking?
Oh, the GOAT. He's gonna be better than Dan Marino.
Wow, that's a real hot take right there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. You know the confidence that you have to come into the league and pick number 1 out of all the numbers there are?
Yeah.
He's got the confidence. He's got the swagger. He's going to do great things. And at the end of it, we're going to be seeing Tagovailoa hanging from the rafters after the Dolphins retire his jersey. After he wins the 7 Super Bowls.
7 Super Bowls. Okay. All right. Okay, so we're going to move away a little bit from the sports talk. Actually, I'll ask this quick question because this is the last sports talk question I would have. Is esports an actual sport, in your opinion?
Of course. Okay. If you think about what defines a sport, it doesn't have to have any physical exertion or anything like that. It just has to be a game that's played competitively and played to win. And esports is like that. You know, it's a game that they play. They're extremely competitive. They play for a lot of money. There's high stakes, and they play to win. And are like the best in the world. These professional gamers. The shit that they can do, man, not even human. Okay,
so I have someone who went ahead and gave the definition for this. Miami Lakes Bingu, thank you for this. An activity involving physical exertion and skill in which an individual or team competes against another or others for entertainment. That is the definition of sport. So Mikey Hearn says that a sport is an athletic event.
Athletic.
So is chess a sport?
Let's see. Is chess a sport? Yeah, I would say so. It's competitive. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. Listen.
Is it a sport or is it a competition? Because it could be a sport and competition are two different things. So
No, a competition is like, fuck. How can I explain this shit? A competition is like the gathering to play a sport, like to do a sport, but they're doing it in a competitive way where they're trying to win something. That's what a competition is. Now, do you want to say it's a game? Yeah, it's a game, but like so is football, so is basketball. And at the end of the day, like the entertainment and sports, what the fuck does ESPN stand for? Entertainment and Sports something network.
Yeah, let me see. I'll look it up.
Well, anyways, it had sports in it, and they put poker every fucking summer on stupid ESPN.
Very true. Entertainment and Sports Programming Network.
Sports Programming Network. There you go. And they fucking program poker. Is poker a fucking sport?
That's a good point. I mean, if you're gonna make that argument of saying that poker's on ESPN, they are playing League of Legends on ESPN nowadays too, as well.
Right. Now they're doing so, but I mean, like if poker is a sport, then like any game is gonna be a sport.
Gotcha. And
darts can be a sport.
And now to those people who are saying that you need to exhaust, your physical abilities and all that, my personal opinion. I think it is a very controversial topic. I think that there are some esports, some games that really are so intense that could be considered an esport. It does involve physical exhaustion to some degree. You're not standing up and you're not running around and you're not throwing balls around and stuff like that. I do understand that. Me and Joel are both athletes in some shape, way, or form, if you want to say so. I would definitely think that still esports is sort of a sport. Yes, I do agree. If they're playing it on ESPN, if your fucking hands are tired from playing, if your mind is exhausted from practicing all day, I do think that anything in that sense could be considered a sport. All right, so moving away from sports in general. This might be a personal preference for you. Do you as a man get your booty eaten, or are you open to the idea? I know it's a hot topic for a lot of people. Some people are very open about it. Some people are very quiet about it. What's your take?
So, I personally...
Evelyn, listen up.
Fucking putting me right on the spot.
Baba, I gave you the opportunity and you didn't take it. So let this be a lesson for everybody.
All right, listen. I don't do it. I'm not really like inclined to do it. It doesn't really like something that interests me at all, like piques my interest or anything like that. But listen, bro, anybody can do whatever the hell they want to do, and you shouldn't be judged for it. And that's that, to be honest. If you're the guy who likes to get your eyeball licked, fucking so be it. Like, it has no pertainment to my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't care less about what you decide to do with your sex life. It doesn't make you gay. Doesn't make you bi. Doesn't make you anything like that. And at the end of it, it's a girl doing it if you want to play that card. But
so if your girlfriend tells you, "Hey, baby, like I really want to eat your booty hole,"
I would have to think about it very long and hard. I would have to think about it very long and hard.
I see what you did there.
But at the end of, cock talk, baby.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I would end up doing it because I'll do anything she says. She tells me, "Hey, babe, I want you to lick my armpit." Open up. I'm gonna lick that shit. You know what? With deodorant, without deodorant, smelling a little musky after work, I don't care. I'm licking it. So I guess I'm kind of open to everything, but yeah, only if she asks me to. Like if it's something she really wants. Like if I see she like desperately wants something, yeah, I'll give it to her.
Okay,
I'm a pleaser.
You're a pleaser. Okay, so I have a situation question being asked in the chat. You're in an alley at gunpoint with your girl. The gunman says, "Someone here is getting fucked, or I'm gonna kill both of you. Would you get fucked so your girl doesn't, or are you both dying, or are you getting fucked, or is she getting fucked, or are you both dying?
What's he look like?
I don't know, man. Let's just say it's a dark alley and he has a fucking mask on, and let's say he's medium build.
I mean, if the dude is a fucking stud, I mean, I might ask her. Go ahead.
You might what?
I might ask her. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he's a fucking stud, like a stud, just 100% times more attractive than me, I might, pop over a little bit and say like, "Hey, babe, I know this is a very scary time, but I mean, look at him and look at me. Think about what you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at me, really. Like, take a good long look at me and look at him, and we can both get out of this, and you'll enjoy yourself."
How do you know she would enjoy herself?
Well, you would think if she's like, if he's better looking than me. You know what I'm saying? But listen, she says no, I'm taking it.
You're taking it as a second option.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm taking it. I'm taking it. I'll try to find a way to get that gun out of his hand, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I would take one for the team.
Okay. Is the Earth flat?
No, please.
Just gotta make sure, because there are some people that are out there that think that the Earth is somehow flat. So I gotta ask that question.
Yeah.
Because if you tell me yes, all the intelligence, everything, all the credibility just goes out the window. Okay, just making sure. Okay. When it comes to polygamy or monogamy, what do you think?
Like before,
I know it's a personal thing. I'm thinking about it in your terms. Are you a could you see yourself being I don't know how I could put this, a polygamist or a monogamist?
Right. Huh. I'm pretty open to anything. To be honest. I can see myself maybe one day.
Okay.
But probably no, I don't know.
Okay.
You know what? I would say no.
Okay. All right. I have a question here that they're dying for an answer. In the chat, Flimsy24, your brother asks, in the desert alone with no phones, no cellular reception, it's your brother, your cousin, and a friend gets bit in the dick by a venomous snake. Are you gonna suck the venom out? Do you let your homie nut and get the venom out?
That's a stupid question, bro. Why does he have to ask these dumbass questions? Do you have anything else on your sheet?
I got plenty. I just thought the chat wants this, so I'm not sure. I just had to ask it.
The chat doesn't want it. Danny wants it. Danny and Yadi don't want it. I'm not gonna give it to him.
Okay, that's fine. Hey, that's your choice. Your girlfriend, if your girlfriend wants to have sex with you in the booty hole, yes or no? Just an answer. That's it. No explanation. What she wants.
If she desperately wants something, she's getting it.
Okay. All right. Fuck it. I mean, go for it.
Be honest.
Yeah. All right. Should men give up when ladies are denying them their requests to go on dates? Or are you... I have a take on this, but I want to hear your answer.
So should men give up like when they get rejected, basically?
Yes. So, you ask you're a guy, you're hitting up a girl via either in person, social media, or through text, whatever it may be. If you ask them to go out and hang out or whatever, and they tell you no, do you stop there?
Yes. You 100% stop there. Because if you think about it, what are the only two outcomes, right? Either she really does want you to leave her the hell alone, and if that's the case, then like leave her the hell alone. You're not gonna convince her otherwise. Like there's nothing you can do to convince her otherwise. Or she's saying no to play like that stupid, like hard to get shit. Like, oh, maybe he'll like come after it again and blah blah. If that's the case, then you don't want it either. Like that fucking hard to get type of shit. It's fucking like it's lunatic. It's crazy.
Okay.
Why would you want to like desperately like? Why would you want to like reject something in favor so like you can get more attention from it and shit like that?
So I'll give you my take on it, right? I do think, if you're just a random guy sliding into someone's DMs or anything like that, I think it's a no. I think you should. I mean, I'm saying you should definitely just take the no and just get on with it. If it's somebody that you know in real life and you know that there's some type of interest there on both parts and she's just saying no or whatever for a little bit, but you got to read the body. You got to read the body language. You got to read what they're saying, how they're answering you. You got to know your situation, because I don't know how many times I've heard of marriages and stuff like that where the man was a little bit persistent because he truly liked the woman. He really wanted to go on the date with the girl. And personally, there's a lot of people who just feel like, a lot of girls who may feel like they don't want to go on a date with a guy for many reasons. Nowadays girls have so many reasons to fear men, and I don't blame them whatsoever, right? So you got to think as a guy, and you're obviously a good guy. I would like to think I'm a good guy. There's plenty of people that we know, that most of the guys that we know are all good guys, right? If they're trying to go after somebody, all the girls for the most part are going to have a negative viewpoint on guys just reaching out to them or trying to go out with them and stuff like that. But I do think that you have to read the situation. I do think persistence sometimes, to a certain extent, can definitely work in your favor, because it'll show a girl or a guy, because it could go both ways if the girl's going after the guy as well. There are marriages that come from that people are like, like he was persistent with me. He didn't stop when we were younger. And a lot of it does have to deal with the old age, though, like the older times where social media wasn't a thing and people were seeing each other in person and they met through families and parties and friends. So that might be a little different, but that's my take on that. So does age matter in a relationship, the age difference?
No, I would say no. Age doesn't really matter as long as both people are mature enough to realize what the other person wants and what a relationship really means. But yeah, age shouldn't matter. There's no age that you hit that all of a sudden it's okay, now I'm ready for a relationship.
Yeah,
I think anybody's ready for a relationship. And
put your mic a little bit closer to your mouth, just a little bit, nothing too much.
And on the other
There you
end, go. Dating somebody who's older, shouldn't be that big of a deal.
Yeah, I agree. Question: the couples. We're going back to couples that you may know. I think I have my answer. In a couples tag team fight, WWE style match. This question is submitted by Miami Lakes Pingu. Which couple amongst your friends would win that tag team fight?
Any couple?
Yeah, out of all of our friends who are in a relationship, put them all in a Royal Rumble style tag team wrestling match.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Who do you think?
Mikey and Tahiti.
Yep,
I know Tahiti can kick ass. Tahiti can probably kick my ass, to be honest. For sure. She'll probably kick me in the chest and I'll fucking be out of it for 6 days. I'm
gonna tell you right now, they are gonna have athletic children. Just thoroughbreds. Yeah. That's what they're gonna have.
Yeah, thoroughbreds.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
I that's the first people that come to mind for me as well. Mikey and Tahiti are just number one. They'll kick anybody's ass. Mikey's just gonna be that bulldog just rushing right at you, tackling you to the ground, while Tahiti's is just right behind him and just fucking doing all the spinning moves and everything like that. So I don't know how to fight, so don't listen to me. Is the best way to kiss, is it with the eyes open or closed?
Bro, you're kissing with your eyes open, you're a fucking crazy person.
You're a psychopath. I completely agree.
Yeah, it's super psycho.
Yeah. So I'm getting close to the end of some of my questions. All right. I probably will give you 2 more. If the world was filled with female and male copy versions of you, how would that world look?
Fucking depressing, bro. I don't know. Fucking. How would that world look? I don't. That's a good question. What the fuck would female me even be like?
Cuban toast.
Be a hoe.
Cuban toast. I definitely agree with you. Sometimes you gotta peep open the eye to see if she's just kissing you with a wide open, because if not, then you gotta stop.
Yeah,
she is.
Yeah,
all right, continue.
That's true. For sure, that's true.
Yeah.
But honestly, actually no, because female. I've always said if I was a female, if I was a girl, I'd be a fucking hoe, and I'd be a fucking sugar baby to 8 sugar daddies.
I've
For
heard
sure.
I've heard a
No
lot
doubt.
of stories that you have mentioned that you would love to just have your girlfriend be the face of a Twitch channel and just milk
can do
away
it, bro.
milk
That
away.
okay. She can be that okay boomer girl. She can anybody. You can fucking put anybody in that girl's shoes, and she's making millions, bro.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
All right.
But
Well,
yeah, if I was a girl, I would be a fucking hoe. And so I don't know how that would react if there was just a fucking world full of hoes. Could you imagine?
yeah, that would be pretty bad. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. You know, a lot of my friends or our friends have seen, you know, me twerk, and
Pretty good twerker.
yeah. I thank you. I do take pride in it slightly. Ask my girlfriend. I'm always
Yeah.
twerking, and she's always just
I need,
shocked.
I need lessons, to be honest.
And I don't know. I'm trying to be like that girl on Instagram. What's her name? Nasty ass or something like that. That she twerks like a freaking animal. Y'all know who I'm talking about. All you know who I'm talking about. Would you make an OnlyFans if you were a female? That's a good question
Yes.
too.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. The fucking market is so saturated right now, bro. Bro, I promise you on this block, there's probably like 8 people with fucking OnlyFans account. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I definitely would make an OnlyFans even now.
yeah,
For sure. For
Yeah,
all
like
of you for my thick ass, you know.
I would do it for sure. I would do it. It's just like it's competitive. What the fuck? Like it's extremely competitive now.
Would you say it's a sport? No, I'm just kidding. So I have the last 2 questions. One, what is the correct way to putting on your socks and shoes? Is it sock shoe or sock shoe?
That's a good question, actually. I haven't thought about that one, but for sure it has to be sock, shoe.
Okay. I was gonna say if you were a sock shoe kind of guy, you're definitely a serial killer, and we need to like report you to the authorities.
It's weird. It's so weird. Could you imagine having like a full-on sock and shoe on one foot and being barefoot on the other?
No, I can't.
Yeah,
It feels weird.
I'd feel like an amputee.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to finish off the first ever Cock Talk podcast episode with the closing question that I would be asking to all guests that appear. Okay. So I'd like for you to tell me and the stream, what is your favorite memory of myself or of us?
That's a great question, and I have notes.
You have notes. Wow. Okay. Did I pre-screen this with you?
Oh fuck! I lost my notes. Where are they?
Oh yeah, go straight off the dome, baby.
Fuck! I had all my notes. What happened?
My man's is in a student tie because he knows this is straight business right now. This is all
sir.
business.
Talk.
Cock talk.
Yeah. So I had them all written down, but I would say there's a lot to choose from.
I mean, it's 24 years to choose from.
I think it was pretty funny when you got the address wrong on your Mercedes-Benz application.
My Mercedes. When did I get it wrong?
Yeah, you got it wrong. And you didn't get accepted for some shit because you got your address wrong or something like that.
I remember having an issue with that, but I'm trying to with my address.
You put like your wrong address or something like that, and they couldn't because they couldn't run like a verified.
Oh, I think it was like a credit check or something like that.
It was a
Yeah, it was like a credit check, but I didn't remember that it was an address thing. I guess I don't know. That cannot be your favorite fucking memory.
It's the first one that comes to mind. I'm thinking about like anything else, and it's like
Yeah, we're gonna start a hashtag, just Javi moments. That'd be perfect.
I'm telling you, I had them on my notes. I don't know what happened.
Wow.
I gotta sync them. I gotta sync them on my iCloud or some shit like that.
Wow.
But
Okay.
I'll get it. I'll get it. We can start that hashtag.
Okay. So we'll start a hashtag, just Javi moments during the show to see, when people start coming across that. So, all right. Well, thank you, Joel. I appreciate you coming on and being the first guest on the Cock Talk podcast. Anyone who's watching, please reach out to me, or if you have anybody in mind who you would want for me to invite, I'd happily go ahead and reach out to them, work with them, see what happens. Joel, do you want to go ahead and shout out any kind of socials or any type of anything you want people to follow you on if they're not following you there already?
If you're not following me on Twitter and Instagram, it's youngsterjoey_. _ straight up. I had some pretty funny tweets, I think, in my opinion. I'm a good follow, I think.
Okay, I agree.
But
I agree.
other than that, I'm not really big on the social media. But yeah, if you want to follow me on Instagram and Twitter, if you don't already, I'd be more than happy to have you.
And you heard it here, folks. So again, Joel, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
It's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure talking to you. I don't get enough of this talking to you as it is. So
okay, you know, that's a valid point. So I don't know what you're thinking, but let me get through a couple of these episodes, right? And let me bring on some people. And what do you think about joining me on the Cock Talk podcast and possibly being a co-host with me? And we get to do this thing with other people. You know, we go ahead and we'll bring someone on of our choice, and we just get to tag team him or them. You know.
Oh yeah. I'm always up for a big tag team.
That sounds like something you'd be interested in.
Yeah, Cock Talk, baby. I'm definitely interested.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we killed it on this one, and it'd be an honor to co-host this.
That sounds like a plan to me. I mean, I'll go ahead and I'll contact my my team, and we'll draft up a contract for you, and we'll get that sent out to your agent, and we'll go ahead and we'll get that underway. All right.
For sure.
All right.
No doubt.
All right. Well, thank you for coming again, Joel. I appreciate it. Say bye-bye to the chat, and chat. Everyone, say bye-bye to Joel. This will be posted on YouTube as well in the coming days. I will be editing this and going ahead and putting it on there. So I would like to go ahead and, of course, thank everyone for coming by. We reached that 41 high mark on my channel today. That's a record. I appreciate it. We've reached 21 subs. That's a new record as well. Appreciate it. It really means a lot to me. So thank you. So with that, we'll be heading out. The next episode of Cock Talk podcast will be hopefully sometime next week, and with another guest, which you guys may have heard the hint during the show. We might reach out to him, see what happens. So, all right. Thank you so much again, everyone, and good night.